This gentle, energizing chair yoga practice will help to ease out those morning tensions in the body and limber you up for the rest of the day. So find yourself a chair, it doesn't matter what chair it is. It's quite nice to have a back to the chair, and whatever you're wearing is absolutely fine as long as it's comfortable to move in. So we're going to start by extending one leg and working into the feet. So start to reach the toes back towards you, really spreading the toes even if they don't really do what they're told, that's fine. And then beginning to point through the foot. Nice, and again, reaching the toes back, a little bit of energy through the heel, and then pointing through the foot. And let's do that a couple of times. Now I'm sat a little bit away from the chair, but if you want to sit back and rest the back on the back of the chair, then feel free to do that. Lovely. Come to stillness, and then let's draw some circles into the bottom ankle. Remember, if anything feels too much, you can always stop and take a pause, even pause the video and then come back in when you're ready. Nice, let's change the direction of the circles. Lovely. Have a little shake and then bringing that foot down, and we'll swap sides. So extending the other leg. And we can keep the foot a little bit more on the floor if that feels better. So reach the toes back, spread the toes, even if they don't do what they're told. Just really try and spread the toes. It's like your mind in your feet and then pointing through the foot. Nice, and again. See how this side feels like compared to the other side. One side might feel a little bit or quite a lot different, depending on your body. And then let's draw some circles. Lovely, changing the direction of the circles. Lovely, have a little shake and then bring the foot down. Okay, so we'll walk the feet a little closer towards you, and we're going to come up onto the tip toes of the feet. So keep the balls of the feet on the floor and then start to peel the heels off the ground. Maybe we can sit up a little bit taller, soften the shoulders, and then lower the heels back down. And again, peeling the heels off the ground, easing into the feet, and then bringing the heels down. Let's do that a couple of times. Imagining the tops of the feet are driving forwards. Okay, let's do one more time. And then relax the feet, maybe readjust, find a comfortable place for them to rest. And then we'll move our awareness up a little bit higher to the hips. We'll come into a pelvic tilt. Okay. So we've got the hips resting on the chair. Now for this, if you are back, shuffle the hips a little bit away because we're going to need a bit of space. With the hands resting onto the tops of the thighs, locate the tailbone, so right at the bottom of the spine. We're going to drop the tailbone down, rolling back. Very similar to if you're kind of slumping into the sofa or a deck chair when the hips roll back. And then roll the hips forward. Think about lifting the tailbone up. almost like you're pulling the belly forwards in front of you. Nice, and again, rolling the hips back, tailbone drops down. Now I'm exaggerating the movement, so if it's not as big as this, don't worry at all. Rolling the hips forwards, lift the tailbone, and we'll do that a few times forwards and back. So even if it's the tiniest movement, even if you're not sure if you're doing it right, doesn't matter. Keep having a play, stay curious. And each time we repeat a movement, we build that mind-body connection. Over time, each movement will get a little bit easier to access. So rolling forwards, or squeaky chair, and then rolling back. Okay, roll the hips forwards, sitting up a little bit taller. Inhaling through the nose and a gentle sigh. Out through the mouth. Let's do that again, softly breathing in. And out. And always one for luck, softly breathing in. Nice and slow. And out. Okay, let's move on to our seated cat-cow. So with the hands onto the shins, tops of the thighs, roll the hips back, so exactly the same as we did before, tailbone drops down, but this time we're going to also slide the hands towards the knees, bring the chin down slightly, and then begin to round into the back. Have a little wiggle into the shoulders, and then rolling the hips forwards. Slide the hands up to the tops of the thighs, elbows tuck in slightly, and then lift the chest, lift the chin, coming into a little arch. And then sliding the hands towards the knees. Drop the tailbone down as you round into the mid and upper back. And then sliding the hands up to the tops of the thighs, lift the chest, lift the chin. And then a few more times. Maybe we can make it a bit more of a fluid movement between the two kind of end points. Exploring the whole movement, the whole journey from one end to the other. Lovely, slowly beginning to uncurl. Okay, so this time we'll allow the arms to float down, just give them a little shake. And then rotating the arms so the palms face forwards. And notice that kind of opens up the shoulders a little bit. We'll rotate the arms so the palms face back. And then do that a couple of times. And just go as far as your shoulders allow. You don't need to force anything. Just see how you're feeling this morning. One more time like that. Palms to the back. And then palms to the front. Keep the palms to the front. And then begin to sweep the arms forwards and up. Go a little wider at the top and just go as far as your shoulders allow. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's here. Your choice. Flip the palms and then sweep the arms down. Keep the chest lifted and we'll bring the arms back behind you. Flip the palms, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Go a little wider at the top. And then down. Let's do that a few times. Maybe a little bit quicker. Energizing this morning. One more time, sweeping the arms up and down. Let the arms relax, have a little wiggle into the shoulders. Okay, let's sweep the arms up to the sky. And then either taking hold of the fingertips, that might be enough, or we might maybe take hold of the wrists. So reaching up, and then do a little side stretch over to the left. Come back to the center. Maybe we swap hands, reaching up, and then over to the right. Lovely. Come back to the center. Part the arms, palms to the front. We'll come into cactus arms. Bending into the arms, bending into the elbows. Soften the shoulders down and gently pull the elbows back. Nice. Sweeping the arms up to the sky. And then leaning forwards, bring the hands onto the tops of the knees. And we're going to slide the hands down. Maybe come onto the forearms or come all the way down. Your choice. Have a little wiggle. Bring the hands onto the tops of the thighs. Look forwards and lift up halfway. And then push a little more as we come all the way back up to seated. And again, sweeping the arms down. We'll do that again a couple of times. Get a bit of a flow going. Sweeping the arms up to the sky. Taking hold of the right wrist or the fingertips. Reaching up and then up and over to the left. Lovely. Come back to the center. Swap sides. Reaching up and over to the right. Lovely. Come back to the center. Part the arms. Cactus arms. Soften the shoulders down. And then pulling the elbows back a little bit. Breathe. Nice. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Reach forwards and bring the hands onto the tops of the knees, either lowering down to the forearms or sweep the hands down the shins to a forward fold and have a little wiggle here. Okay, bring the hands back onto the tops of the thighs, shoulders slide down, push halfway, and then push again all the way up. Nice, relax the arms. One more time, sweep the arms up to the sky, taking hold of the fingertips or maybe the wrist, reaching up over to the left. Lovely. Come back to the center, swap sides, we still breathing, over to the right. Lovely. Come back to the center, part the arms, cactus arms. Option to pull the elbows back a little bit. See what that feels like across the front of the chest. And then sweeping the arms up to the sky. Lean forwards. Press the feet into the floor. Either hands and slide down onto the forearms. Or slide the hands down the shins. Coming to our forward fold. So if you've got the forearms onto the tops of the thighs, just melt the body down, soften the shoulders. You can use the arms as a little support, you see here. And then bring the hands onto the tops of the thighs. Big push, come halfway. Big push all the way up. Nice. Softening into the shoulders. Okay, we're going to take hold of the sides of the chair and extend one leg. Reach the toes back towards you, and we're going to try and straighten this leg. And if it helps to sit back and support the back, oh, this chair goes back quite a lot. Hopefully you've got more of a straight back chair so that we don't feel like we're leaning back. And we've got hold of the sides of the chair for support as well, so we can really take a grip there. And then extend the leg, a little bit of energy through the heel. See if we can get this front thigh muscle engaged and then soften down. Same side, extend the leg, really reaching the toes back will help to engage that front thigh and then down. Let's do that again. Extend through the front leg. And then relax there. Maybe a little wiggle. A little wiggle always is a good thing, in my book at least. Okay, let's swap sides. Extending the other side. Reach the toes back towards you and then begin to straighten the leg. A little bit of energy through the heel. Really think about engaging the front of this thigh and then lower. Breathe if you're holding your breath. Easily done. And again, extending the leg. Get that nice squeeze. And then soften. Let's do that one more time. Straightening into the leg as best you can. Reach the toes back. Engaging into that front thigh. Imagine you're lifting the kneecap up. And then soften. Lovely. Let's bring the feet down. Bring the hands onto the knees. And we'll bring the feet a little closer or together if they reach. We'll start to bring the knees out to the side and then come back. Guiding the knees out to the side and then come back. See what that feels like in the hips. Remember, you can make this movement as small or as big as feels comfortable. And if anything creates pain, then you can stop. So let's bring the feet a little wider, about hip width distance. And then guide the knees out. And then this time we'll guide the knees in towards each other. A little squeeze of the inner thighs. Even if they don't touch, that's fine, just they're in that direction. And then again, easing the legs out. And then back in. Let's do that a couple of times. Okay. Let's bring the hands either onto the tops of the thighs or take hold of the sides of the chair again. And we're going to do that same thing, but without guiding with the hands. So guiding the knees towards each other, a little squeeze, and then guiding the legs out to the side. Nice. So instead of using our hands and our arm muscles to guide the legs, we're using our leg and hip muscles to move the legs. So it might feel a little bit different. I feel okay? Let's do a couple more, if it feels okay for you. Remember, I can't see you, so you have to advocate for yourself and make those choices of, is this nurturing for me today? Do I need to stop? And ultimately, looking after yourself. Let's do one more, if you like. Nice, come back to the center and just have a little shake. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to do some knee raises. So again, if possible, have the chest, the back away from the back of the chair. But if it feels too strong, use the back of the chair to support your spine. Okay? So we're going to lift up through the sternum to the breastbone here, little tilt up, sitting up as tall as we can. Take hold of the chair for support, and we can push into the chair to help us lift up a little bit taller, and then start to lift the right leg up and down, like a slow seated march. Other side. And the side. And then lift. Keep breathing. See if we can do 5. For 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, oh no, 3, I can't count, 2, 1, 1. Lovely. Have a little wiggle. Release the arms down. We're going to sit back now and take a little rest. Before we sit back completely, we'll just do one rotation. I'd almost forgotten about that. Cross the arms over. And either here or here is fine. Start to rotate the chest and the shoulders over towards one side. Lovely, come back through the middle and then over to the other side. Keep going, a little from side to side. And then back to the center. Now we'll release the arms and sit back into the chair. Oh, I might sit up actually. This is really far back. So listen to your chair, what feels better. We're going to soften into the shoulders. Maybe close the eyes. And we'll take a minute here, just focusing on breathing in and out through the nose, inviting a little bit of calm into your body. So if it feels comfortable, close the mouth and then softly breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Softening into your face, let the shoulders soften down. And notice if you can hear your breath. Is it really strong? See if you can quieten the breath a little bit. So slowing down the breath in a little will help to quieten your breathing. Begin to notice the inhalation and the exhalation. So identifying the two parts of your breath, the breath in and the breath out. It becomes a circle of breath, one half of the circle the inhalation and one half the exhalation. Lovely. Start to release the arms down by the sides of the body. And then on your next inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands together and exhaling down to the heart center. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up to the sky. And exhaling, hands to the heart center. Have a go, have a play, sweeping the arms up. On the inhale, exhaling, heart center. Gathering all the energy for this day today. And the next time the hands rest at the heart center, let's pause. Softening through the shoulders. And giving yourself a big thank you for this time. Thank you for moving your body this morning, easing out those stiffness from sleep. Today is going to be a good day. Thank you very much, everyone. Releasing the hands. Have a little wiggle. Maybe you stay here for a little time. There's no rush to go on to whatever's next in your day. But know that you've started the day by giving yourself nurture, movement, awareness, presence. If you enjoyed this practice, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more practices like this.